Absolutely humiliating, embarrassing, degrading, self-deprecating performance from Leeds United. Honestly, I don't even want to make this video. I don't even want to speak about this. And you know what? I love making videos. This is what I live for. This is what I breathe for. Yeah? I absolutely love turning on this camera, whacking the microphone out and speaking with you lot, my brothers and my sisters, having a talk, talking about the weather, talking about the game, talking about football. But I don't even want to talk about this. I don't even want to talk about football. I don't even want to look at a grass pitch today. That has made me feel that sick, that humiliated, that embarrassed. The weakness of the performance, the ability to give in and give up that easily. The ability to look like two completely different sides within the flick of a hand. Within the flick of a switch. Within the flick of a second. That's all it takes. 10 seconds. And you know what? I think I cracked the code. I think I cracked the code as to why we see the same thing every single game. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single game we turn up. We have a good opening 10 to 15 minutes. We put them under the cosh, under more pressure than an erection in skinny jeans. We pin them back. We're creating chances after chances. We're tirading them with a swarm of pressure. Or rather, swarming them with a tirade of pressure. But we don't take our chances. We completely squander everything. All that good work, we squandered it. Except today, we didn't. Today, well, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did. Of course we did. But we actually managed to score. We actually managed to get a lead. A lead that it looked like we were actually going to hold on to. A lead that we were taking in to half time. And then all it takes, falling asleep at a vital moment, giving away stupid free kicks in dangerous areas that don't need to happen. And then you concede at the worst time. As opposed to Forest, where we scored at the best time you can score, just before half time. This time, we concede just before half time. The worst time to ever concede in a game of football. And what happens? The heads completely go, completely drop. If you include that minute to the minute they scored their third, it is 10 minutes. 10 continuous footballing minutes. You go from 1-0 up in cruise control to 3-1 down. Unable to make a simple 5-yard pass. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? I tell you how it happens. Because these guys, in the Premier League, if you switch off for 5-10 minutes, lose concentration, have a lull, have a little relax of the brain, relax of the muscles, step your head out of the fire pit for 10 minutes, a side's going to put you away. Any side in the Premier League will put you away. They'll put you to the sword and they'll punish you. But I figured out that's not exactly true, is it? My thesis is wrong. Because there is one side in the league that won't put you away when you give them that 10 minutes spell. There's one side in the league that will not take advantage of that. They will not put you to the sword. They will not eliminate you out of the game. And they will allow you back into it. And that side is Leeds. Because for however dull and lifeless Leeds were in that 10 minutes, Palace were 10 times worse in the opening 13 minutes. They were there for the taking more than anyone was in their life. They looked shell-shocked, unable to make a 2-yard pass. Leeds winning the ball back with ease. We tried to give them the ball about 5 times and it still ended up back in Rocker's feet, in McKennie's feet, in Aronson's feet. But yet we didn't take our chances. We didn't put them to the sword. Even though they were there. There were more holes to be penetrated than a goddamn brothel. And we still didn't put them away. So in training, this must be a frequent thing. Must be a regular thing that happens at training, isn't it? There must be. It must be. Because in training, when they're playing against Leeds, playing against each other, they're playing against these same players that are frauding it up. They are able to take 10, 15 minutes sometimes out of games where they can lose concentration and they can just completely drop their heads because they know that other team isn't going to punish them. They're going to waste their opportunities and they'll get away with it scot-free. And they'll get away with it completely scot-free. So they've got that... they've got that already imprinted into their brains. That's why we see so many times Leeds go into these games and we just completely shut off for 5 to 10 minutes. We concede a goal and our heads drop and our momentum just completely hits the fan, hits the shitter, shits the bed. And it's happened time and time again. And today was the most humiliating of it all. That 5th goal they scored. That 5th goal. To a man. People were stood still. Stationary. Shirking responsibility. Looking around for answers. Deflated. Lethargic. Invisible. No passion. No fight. No heart. Just stood still. Completely motionless. Watching the game pass them by. As if they've completely given up. As if they could not give a single shit what happens. When you put that kit on, let me tell you something. When you put that Leeds United kit on, this is a club, you have to remember, that's been out of the Premier League for 16 years. A club that belongs at the top of not only English football, but European football. It belongs at the creme de la creme of football. A colossus club. Fans across the entire globe would sacrifice their left nut to play for a minute on that pitch. One singular minute. And you're in a relegation battle. In a winnable game. Against a side that are 1 point ahead of you in the league. And their players are laughing at you when they score. Laughing at you. Pointing at their shoe and laughing in your face. And you don't have any pride. Any dignity as a man. You're telling me you can look yourself in the mirror and you don't have any pride to not get humiliated like that? Have you got a humiliating kink? Is that your fetish? You are going to sit there without a care in the world while Leeds get humiliated. Those fans that have travelled around the world to get to that game, paid so much money to get there. You don't give a crap about them. So many players I saw there did not give a single crap about how that game was going. When it gets to 2, when it gets to 3, you fix up. You wake up. You stop it from getting embarrassing. That right there is not just a defeat. It is embarrassing. It is beyond embarrassing. The manner of the way we lost, the way we gave up there was cowardly. It was cowardly. It was pure cowardice. Man to man. Forget football. Forget skill. Forget tactics. Forget all that crap. Yeah? Because we all like to go on about tactics, about pressing, about skills, about managers, about man management, about squads, football this, football that. It's all bollocks. It's all rubbish. At the end of the day, you are 11 men on a pitch against another 11 men. And as a man, you do not let that happen to you. You do not sit there shaking your head as they walk through your defense. Completely oblivious to everything around you. You look up. I see players looking up as he's there going to slot that final ball in. And they're just like shrugging their shoulders like defeated. Is that what you do? Look at what Israel Adesanya did this weekend, yeah? A man who got knocked out. A man who got beaten 3 times by this man. Everyone told him he was finished. And he showed heart, fight, desire to die on his shield and win the fight. And what did Leeds show today? Did we show heart? Did we show desire? Did we show fight? None of it. And this is why I'm hearing people saying, people arguing, is it Jesse Marsh's fault? Is it Javi Grazia's fault? You know what? It's the players on the pitch. that are doing it. I don't care what you are as a manager. I don't care what you say, what you do. A manager cannot step on that field and play for you. He can't defend for you. He can't attack for you. He can't shoot. He can't create. He can't do anything for you aside from set you up to win a game. And when players are giving up like that, when players are shirking responsibility and they're letting the game walk past them, well, you can't blame a manager. I'm not going to say it's Jesse Marsh's fault for everything. Yeah, everything. No, things weren't perfect after what happened with Jesse Marsh. Absolutely not. But am I going to sit here and blame him for the players today giving up, giving in? Of course I'm not. That wouldn't make any sense. And we're going to blame Javi Gracia? No. I think it's too harsh to throw him under the bus after getting 3 wins in his opening 6 games and 1 draw in that. And now opening 7 games now. After today, yeah, I didn't agree with his substitutions or his starting lineup 100%, but it's worked for him so far. It's worked for Leeds so far. Didn't work today. That's not the reason why, though. It's not the reason we lost. The reason we lost is because of too many people cowarding out and giving the game away. It's humiliating. It's flat. I feel sick right now, to be frankly honest with you. And I'm at a loss for words to describe the epitome of what we're in. And I'm not saying we're down. I'm not saying we're out. I'm not saying any of that. But what I am saying is that you cannot underestimate the importance of a loss like that, or the magnitude of an embarrassing loss like that. You can't underestimate it enough. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to take it on the chin. We're going to have to take it on the chin, and we need a massive result coming up against Liverpool. And it could ideally, or it could ironically be the perfect game back, to rebuild momentum after that, to get some confidence going again. But only time will tell. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section down below, though. Who do you guys blame? What would you say about the performances of the squad? I never even really touched on the individual performances, because after a result like that, it's not really relevant at all. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.